In modern society, there is a clear conflict between scientific thinking and the teachings of the Church. The teachings of a Christian church oftentimes conflict with the teachings of scientific theory or scientific fact. I believe to fully understand this conflict, you have to first understand the ways that these two entities can be perceived as similar. To completely understand the differences between science and Christianity, you must first look at the things that make them similar. From the Church's point of view, the differences come from the interpretation of the Bible. An example of this would be the work of Galileo, and at the time, the flat earth theory was considered the theory that was truthful because that was what it did say in the Bible. Once Galileo proved this was not the truth and the earth was not the center of the universe, Christians began thinking that they would be able to take a figurative look at the Bible as opposed to a more literal one. The scientific similarities between the Church and science are ways that science and the Bible have worked together to advance the scientific process and scientific theory throughout the ages. A big example of this is the way the moral teachings of the Bible have helped shape the laws of the country and how people conduct themselves and how their morals are shaped as they grow up. One of the biggest differences that the Church identifies with is the theory of evolution versus the theory of intelligent design. The Church's idea of intelligent design tells us that humans are far too complex to have been formed just by chance, and there has to be some grander design in the works. Intelligent design will tell us that the world and the human race was shaped very quickly, whereas evolution will tell us that it was crafted over hundreds of thousands of years through slow process. Christians believe that their God is the intelligent designer, and the story of Adam and Eve is where the theory of intelligent design comes from and explains, at least in their minds, how humans came to be. Science, on the other hand, chooses to differentiate itself from the Church by telling us that its findings are rooted in fact as opposed to faith. Scientists pride themselves on the scientific theory which defends itself by being rooted in fact, which is deemed by scientists to be more powerful evidence than just faith by itself. Science is proven by facts, whereas things in the Bible and things taught by the Church are based solely on faith and whether the people who are teaching them and learning them believe them or not. It is my opinion that science and the Church will always remain in conflict because one will always contradict the other. However, a way to dampen the conflict between the two is to think of them both as two different ideas with two different goals. The Church is looking to find a moral right and wrong in the world, whereas science is looking to see how the world functions.